So, hey guys, Chelsea here. First I want to thank Alpha for compiling all of the info from the Yoshi video for the 7.5 anniversary. The first thing I want to talk about is that one thing I really disliked about One Piece Treasure Cruise, at least compared to my other gacha game I played before, Fire Emblem Heroes, is that the One Piece Treasure Cruise updates have been very rare and often very meh in terms of what they add. But I must say that this update, they really nailed the home run. This update is absolutely amazing. It's basically a dream update. I can't believe they added everything they did. Like, I've been talking about for a week, like how I've been feeling down on the game, not that interested. I've had problems building teams, but I must say this really gave me a lot of energy. So I'll definitely make a lot of videos on the news we got here, but I'll start by going through everything and give my thoughts on it. First, they talk about the pirate alliances, that they've added a chat feature. Like, it's pretty cute, not a big deal, but it's nice that they can do small things like this, and also a lot of big changes. And they've added a lot of stamps you can send to your friends, and they said that they'll keep adding them as time goes on. And I don't know if you get everything at once, I assume so, but we'll have to wait and see. Moving on, we already knew this was coming. It's very cool, basically. Even before unlocking everything on a unit, like if you're too low level, you can't use support. Like if you have a limit broken, you can't unlock the potential abilities, but even then you can max everything right when you get the unit. And you can use sliders, as you see here, for example. Super cool. So it's mainly going to be for beginners. What I do hope is that they add limit break expansions for these, so I can like rainbow limit break expand everything I'm saving dupes for without having to limit break expand. That will be absolutely huge. They didn't talk about that. I think it should be possible. I don't see why not. And in that case, I'm like opening up like 200 spaces in my box or something. That might be a bit over the top, but I'm making a lot of box space with that. This is also very cool. They said that you can feed a lot more of a single item, and it's not just experience items. They did mention you can use PvP items and such as well. So that's super good, I must say. And they also show that you can skip animation. I'm not going to play it here because it will be too high noise, but yeah, it's really fast. And after you max the unit, for example, with experience, you get this screen. The Luffy screen asks if you want to evolve the unit when you max leveled it. You can say yes. After you've evolved the unit, they ask you, do you want to upgrade your evolved unit? So just make sure you have to spend a lot less time on this. And I know a lot of veterans in particular have really complained about how much time it takes. Like, I'm still relatively new, so I don't care that much, but I can see myself in a few years getting really annoyed by this. So yeah, this really makes it a lot better, less time consuming. Like, it's pretty silly when you do large pull sessions, you have to spend hours cleaning box, upgrading units. It's pretty crazy, so this helps a lot. This one is something many have asked for, and yeah, I think it's really good that they do this. There's no reason to limit it to 1,000. Now instead it's limited to 100,000, so yeah, that's a very good change. It probably means that when it comes, I'll spend a few months probably stacking just so I can react to anything that happens. It makes sense to do it like that. But yeah, I'm not really a hoarder when I play games, but it's still good to have a stack so that you are prepared. And there are people who want to stack, So now they can do it, they aren't forced to spend. And that's also pretty cool. Very good change. And this is the biggest change in my opinion. I'm so happy they did this. I'm not surprised because the way Super Swap works, it was basically a broken mechanic without this. Now I do like Super Swap. I was not a fan before, now I'm a fan. Because like if we take ulti on page 1 for example, if we start with ulti, and that means that when we activate the first Super Swap, we'll always be at the same character if it's ulti or page 1. I'm not too sure, I haven't used them. But now it means that like if we want one of them to be super type on the final stage, we just choose one of them to start with, and we know that it will work out. I don't want to talk too much about this now. I'll do a more in-depth video about a lot of legends that get affected by this. But I'm super happy they did this. Yes. Very good change. Moving on. Yeah, a lot of us will be happy by this. They've added a 100 pull button to Kizuna. Yeah, this is going to help the mode a lot. This was one of my biggest issues with the mode. So yeah, this really helps. Yeah, and they're also adding sales. And it's described here by Alpha as 48-hour sales. It's not really the purpose of these packs. The purpose of these is for beginners. So when beginners hit level 50, they get the chance to buy some gems for cheap. Then the same at level 80, 100, 120, 150. But yeah, of course, the thing is that all of us are above 150. So when these drop on JP, they are basically a 48-hour sale. So I get why it's described like that. But yeah, I just felt like I wanted to contextualize this. So yeah, that's the point behind the 48-hour sale. It's to help beginners, but yeah, as always, veterans also get a chance to buy the pack. And yeah, this is the event. Let's take a look at the button. Let's take a look at it because I'm very excited by the theme of this event. It's Luffy's biggest enemies event. And we already know 4 of the units. We know that Doffy and Katakuri are new legends. And we know that Hody and Caesar Clown are rare recruits. Very exciting. I'll probably talk about the legends in another video. Doffy in particular looks amazing. And yeah, Doffy and Katakuri are also the first superclass units. And I'll also talk about that in another video, but basically it's exactly what I thought superclass would be. It's the same as super type. It's just that instead of buffing a color, you buff a class. It's really not confusing at all. And yeah, I'm just happy because super type got very old, always having to build around colors and stuff. Now we can get a lot more varied content with superclass. Very excited. One thing I want to bring up is that I'm pretty sure one more unit in this picture is going to be a legend, since every month we get either a treasure map legend, a Kizuna legend, or a Pirate Rumble legend. And it makes sense to me that it's one of these. If I had to guess, I'd say it's the crocodile, like he's behind Doflamingo and Katakuri. And his art looks pretty clean, I'd say. So I'd be prepared for a V2 crocodile, for sure. We know that it's not Mori at least. It's going to be the free-to-play treasure map unit. And I presume some of these will be like treasure map rare recruits. Some will be like Kizuna rare recruits. And then we have, of course, like the point event that will come. We have like a new arena. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see who will be who. Very cool event for sure. Definitely a lot better than last anniversary. And that was like the debut of versus units with Big Mom versus Kaido. So yeah, I'm a big fan of this. Very cool. And yeah, that's the Doffy versus Luffy picture. And yeah, here they go through the super class. And yeah, it says that instead of like super type units get extra affinity, but super class gets extra base stats. So that's pretty cool. In my opinion, it could have still been color affinity, but this also makes a lot of sense. And it makes all units do more damage, which is a cool change. Otherwise, it's basically the same as super type. So I wouldn't really distinguish super type and super class, personally. JP will also get some free multis. And they will get 30 gems for the video. For some reason they skipped this for the last global video. It was pretty annoying, but whatever. Retweet event like JP always gets, update information. And then the last one, Alpha missed it, but they're addressing cotton candy getting stacked in your box when doing Kizuna pulls. Presumably, it's just going to be added to the slider. This is not something I made up, by the way. It's in the Yoshi video. And I'm pretty confident with the translations. That will also be very cool. So yeah, basically a lot of really good changes. Like these were 4 of my most wanted things, like making it a lot easier to make your units playable, like finish them. Make Kizuna easier to pull in, like let you choose what duo unit to use first. And super class. I really want the super class. Now we can finally be freed from the super type hell. Super class is just a lot more fun all around, and hopefully this means the return of class garb challenges. I'm crossing my fingers for this. Like, please bring that back. That was really fun. But yeah, these are my thoughts for the video. I'm going to make at least 2 more vids. One about the duo unit change and one about superclass. We'll see if I split superclass with a video about the new Daffy and category. I haven't decided yet, we'll see. But as said, this video really made me excited for the future of the game again. Like, this update is really substantial, and it makes me wonder, what can I do in the future? Because this is obviously from fan feedback. Yoshi said it. And when they really bring so much stuff that we wanted at once, you understand that it is. So it makes me hope that people really ask for some harder content from time to time, like give us a new forest, give us like a harder version of the Whitebeard Garb Challenge. Just, we don't need it often, but we do need it from time to time to really like justify the power creeps that's going on, give us something difficult to face and such. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.